Feinstein had 15 months left in her Senate term. There's already a race in progress among 3 House members seeking to win the Democratic nomination, Barbara Lee, Katie Porter, and Adam Schiff. Newsom has previously said that in this circumstance, he would select a black female, but also ruled out appointing any of the candidates seeking the office in next year's election. Given the slim Senate margin held by Democrats, there's pressure on Newsom to make this appointment quickly. And it's yet another way in which Newsom is making national news. This past Wednesday, he was the chief Biden-Harris surrogate in the spin room post the second Republican debate at the Reagan Library. And he's accepted an invitation from Fox News to debate Florida Governor Ron DeSantis with Sean Hannity moderating. Newsom has recently relished mixing it up with the anchor.
But you're
disagree
a sanctuary state.
And it's
you
the fifth
want
largest
illegal
economy in the
immigration.
world. We had 7.8% GDP growth in 2021. And we dominate on innovation.
For DeSantis, a Newsom debate feels like a Hail Mary to reassert himself as the future of his party. His numbers have only headed downward since formally getting into the race, and a recent CNN poll showed him dropping by 13 points in New Hampshire since July. He's now polling about even with Vivek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley, and Chris Christie. When the Newsom-DeSantis debate was announced, I tweeted that I could think of someone not happy with that pairing. I meant the vice president. Newsom is in the process of potentially positioning himself as the go-to in the event President Biden really doesn't run in 2024, potentially leapfrogging over Gretchen Whitmer, Josh Shapiro, Amy Klobuchar, Bernie Sanders, and Kamala Harris. He was tapped by the Biden-Harris campaign to be in the spin room post-GOP debate, and logic dictates that we'd have sought clearance before accepting the high-profile DeSantis debate on Fox. Why would Biden want him in those roles? Perhaps for the very simple reason that Newsom is willing, telegenic, and thinks quickly on his feet. Or maybe the added benefit is that Biden gets to watch Newsom have his tires kicked in a debate on a national stage, testing his mettle. Because the president is not blind to the consistency of the polling data showing the way that he, Biden, is perceived by Americans, nor deaf to the calls of some that he stand aside in 2024, or unaware of his own mortality, a reminder we must all think about with the passing of Senator Feinstein. Still to come, the final results of the poll question. Go to Smerconish.com. Answer this. Is it appropriate for law enforcement to monitor social media? Next, what do we have? Sorry, didn't mean to get long-winded. Newsom doing everything right, position himself as the rightful successor to Biden in 2028. He needs to be a good soldier for 24, make sure Harris isn't viewed as the heir, and keep his Democratic approval high. He's doing that masterfully. Durgan, it just occurred to me that in accepting the debate invitation against DeSantis, how does that play in the West Wing? Obviously, he would have sought some type of approval or clearance. They must want him out there, and maybe they want him out there because he's a smart guy, good on his feet, good-looking, handsome guy, et cetera, et cetera. Or maybe it's Joe saying, I got to give this guy opportunity to test his own mettle. I'll see you next week.